All right, what's going on, guys? Kurt Magoosh Sports here, and we are talking about who I believe will be the future head coach of the Denver Broncos. We are here. The season's not over yet, but wanted to really connect a lot of dots here that I was thinking about yesterday. Klint Kubiak, the son of Super Bowl championship winning coach Gary Kubiak. And I even want to pull up his Wikipedia. He makes the most sense for the Denver Broncos to hire. He checks every single box that the Broncos need in this time of really moving on to a new quarterback, probably, unless Drew Lock has a great game. And he's really the young guy that can lead the Broncos into the future, can be the next Mike Shanahan for the Denver Broncos. So I'm going to point out why. Klint Kubiak should be the guy. Going to point out why. Hold on one second. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good here, guys. All right, so we're good. We're back. Sorry about that. All right, Klint Kubiak. Right. Why I think he should be. First of all, he's the son of a Super Bowl championship coach, Gary Kubiak, right? He's the son of Gary Kubiak. Okay, what nepotism? Listen, when your dad is a head coach, you pick something up from your dad, right? I know that we could be jealous that our son is not Gary Kubiak, right? All right, but Gary Kubiak coached the Denver Broncos, okay? Where's Gary from? Houston, Texas. All right. Gary Kubiak, Denver Broncos, offensive coordinator under Shanahan, 95 to 2002, won the championships there. All right, so he knows John Elway. Kubiak, Denver Broncos, legend. Klint Kubiak, let's see if Klint was ever over with his dad, if Klint was ever in Denver. Klint Kubiak, Denver Broncos, offensive assistant, bam, for 2 years, 2016 to 2018, baby. Bam. Klint Kubiak, why it makes sense. Great offense. Great offensive coordinator. You look at how Minnesota's rolling on offense. Kirk Cousins, the incredible leaps that Justin Jefferson's probably the best wide receiver. You could argue he's a top 5 wide receiver in all football out of LSU, the 24th overall pick. He's been great. KJ Osborne, Dalvin Cook, marrying the run and the pass, getting the most out of Kirk Cousins. Statistically, Cousins is balling. All right, the defense hasn't come through, and Kirk Cousins at end of games can be wishy-washy. He's Kirk Cousins. He's okay. He's just above average, but he's not great. All right, so let's look at what Klint Kubiak's going to bring. His dad is Gary Kubiak, knows John Elway well. Family knows John Elway well. Family knows Denver really well. Great offensive coordinator. What do the Broncos need? Offense. They tried to go Vic Fangio. All right. Who was the coach before Kubiak? Well, it was Vance Joseph and Fangio. Defensive, mediocre defense. Fangio's good on defense. He's older. All right. Shermer, offense, nah. Klint Kubiak's young, has great ideas. All right. Just like Kyle Shanahan. Guy's a star. You look at Stefanski, you can mock Stefanski all you want. He's been relatively successful, especially for Brown standards. So he's learned from Stefanski, learned from Mike Zimmer. And Mike Zimmer, he's probably going to get fired this year. I don't know if Zimmer's been a complete failure. I mean, he took Minnesota right to the NFC Championship with Case Keenum, had really good defense, Everson Griffin, all those guys, Newman, all those guys. He's had good secondary, and made it to an NFC Championship. All right, and Klint Kubiak was a part of that NFC Championship. And then Klint Kubiak, they beat Kyle Rudolph. They went down to New Orleans. Kirk Cousins won a playoff game in overtime over Drew Brees and Sean Payton, which is never easy to do in the Dome. George Patton. Here's the other connection. Patton, what is he? Minnesota general manager. Klint Kubiak. George Patton. Again, so Patton is a huge part of this. Offensive coordinator, Kubiak's dad, been around Denver, knows John Elway, knows the family. The fit is perfect. Young offensive coordinator to bring Denver into the new age. Relationship with George Patton. All of it makes so much sense. One of the brightest young offensive coordinators who's only like 38 years old, the son of Gary Kubiak. You bring the band together. It is a match made in heaven. It's not an old, stale defensive coordinator. It's not someone who doesn't have ties to the area. The general manager, Patton and Kubiak working together, it's just beautiful. It makes so much sense in all of those degrees. Klint, 34 years old, you get your head coach for the future. Maybe your next Sean McVay. It's totally awesome. Going to be 35, a young 34, 35-year-old coach. Again, they're going to fire Zimmer out there in Minnesota. You got to battle Minnesota for Klint Kubiak. So that's also something that remains to be seen. Kellen Moore, who's also from this part of the country as well, he's a good possibility, right? There's also good offensive coordinators that are there, but you're going to be getting a new quarterback, all right? You're going to be getting a new quarterback, and for Klint Kubiak, there is more opportunity. Also, Klint Kubiak, he also knows LaFleur. He also kind of runs in that pro style. Shanahan, Kubiak, they all run pro style together. So listen, if Aaron Rodgers is going to be there, it's going to be similar to Matt LaFleur, right? But listen, it'd be great. You know, Klint and Aaron Rodgers together. Denver fans should be excited. They got great options, and Klint is the guy at the top of the list.